Welcome to the last days of 2020 with mtk-on-the-mic. I am mtk on the mic. Today is Wednesday, December 16th. It is 8:20 in the a.m. in NorCal, where Redwood Girl is organizing for affordable housing in Chico. That's happening. Morning, Redwood Girl. It is 11:20 in Columbus, Ohio, where $2 Books is pumping out culture. Good morning, folks at $2 Books. That's not even it. It's $2 Radio. See, I keep screwing up the thing. It's $2 Radio. Yeah, books. $2 Radio. I keep calling it $2 Books. I'm so stupid. I was trying to say good morning to you folks over there. I even screwed it up doing that. Where it's 11:20, like New York. And it's 4:20 in the UK. You know what to do. 4:20. Ring out the old, ring in the new, ring happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let it go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Ring out the grief that saps the mind. For those that here we see no more, ring out the feud of rich and poor. Ring in redress to all mankind. It's Tennyson, as per Dad. This show, I'm realizing, is more and more like kind of a Festivus thing. I was never a Seinfeld fan, but I think I grasp what this Festivus bit is. There's a bit where you kind of you dump all your stuff at the end of the year. I like that. So the last days of 2020 definitely is a set of videos where I'm dropping off a bunch of stuff at the end of 2020 with the intention of looking back at it later and hopefully thinking there was some clarity here. If not, I don't know what the other term, like sort of polished delivery would be the other end of that. But there should be some clarity here. So I put up a post, actually. All these I'm putting on a playlist for the last days of 2020. So the stuff that I produce in between when we're not live, like right now, I'll just throw up on there as well, so you can just run through them. But today's is called Some Notes on Vantage, which, BTW, is rarely a point. What's your vantage point? Well, it's rarely a point, I'll tell you that. But I've given you some notes on my vantage. About 6 minutes worth of notes. There was a solar eclipse visible from a large part of the folks living in the global south, as they call it, because we're the ones who created these damn maps. But a lot of folks down there have put up videos, photographs, pretty amazing, rad. I particularly liked this one on a beach in Argentina. Woo! Pretty startlingly, I don't know, the contemporary and the ancient in that video online, right? That you can just look at on your phone while you're sipping your coffee. The eclipse. It also brought me to mind of the really nice zine I picked up. A Century of Moon Phases. And you know what I was thinking about? You know how they'd always say, like, well, yeah, when you buy a vacuum cleaner, right? It's marked up so much because you're not going to buy one again. You'll buy one, right? Or a mattress. There's certain things you buy. And so they know you're not going to buy it for a long time, right? So the idea there is to charge you a lot up front, right? Well, that's what the good folks at Red Cat Radcat Press, RADCAT, Radcat Press should do with Sage Liskey's book that they published in December of 2016, A Century of Moon Phases, 2001 to 2100. This book is good for 199 years. You should charge like $100 for this, I think. I would have paid $100 for this. But everybody knows I love the moon just a little too much. But when we look at the 2020 full moon for the month of November, new moon rather, it's the 14th. So here we are on Wednesday. Those videos being where they were from night before last. Just clarifying, using my handy dandy Century of Moon Phases from Radcat Press. They can be found at Radcat Press at riseup.net and Sage Liskey at sageliskey.com. Pretty cool, useful publication is what you call that, right? You got to call that a useful publication. Where were we? I want to play this cue. See, this is happening every day because the music situation is not resolved. What I need is a DJ, as usual. I really wish I could put DJ Consuelo right there. How awesome would that be? Just ill music under us the whole time. Well, these tracks are supposed to be just playing. And as happened the other day, we're having problems. So I may have to stab at that as we go along. The Saturn-Jupiter confluence is coming up on the 21st. I'm definitely going to check it out with my binoculars, maybe just from the backyard, because I've made an area that I think is dark enough. And that's going to be around the solstice. I am looking forward to that. Definitely going to check that out. I was thinking about how this astronomically, is that what we want to say now? There are a lot of things happening here this month. And it might be great to pick up a telescope. So I started looking at telescopes, but the market is insane. Everything's insane right now. And so, I don't think buying big stuff is a good idea. I think I'm going to let the Christmas people do their thing right now. And I'm laying off until I have a clearer understanding of, a lot of things, marketplace, other things as well. So that's where that's going. Taking a look today at the news about the cyber attack, which is being left out. We talked about this the other day. The whole notion that the cyber attack should be front and center, and it's not, is kind of crazy. But there's someone on Twitter named Olga Lautman, who Jennifer Cohn is retweeting. Jennifer Cohn, if you're not following her, you should. She's been doing election security since the beginning of the year. Olga Lautman, Lautman, Olga NYC 1211. More Russian cyber attack details. Nearly all Fortune 500 companies, including the New York Times, use SolarWinds products to monitor their networks. So does Los Alamos National Laboratory, where nuclear weapons are designed, and major defense contractors like Boeing. She's pulling from this thing. And she had another one here. I was going to try to find it. But also while I was zipping around, there's this fellow who is upset about the situation in the Senate right now, where they're trying to talk about election security, shocked because, the Trump supporters who believe that he has won, they should be. And there were, minority party senators who honestly protested in this manner in the past, in the Hillary situation and in others. Eddie Perez of Texas, Eddie Perez TX says, the gall that it takes for Senate majority to be quoting the same letters from minority party senators that they ignored for years, raising concerns about election infrastructure, security, and transparency. is what Eddie Perez is upset about. There's another one from him I'm hoping to find here. I alternately irritated and bemused that after years of being the place where election integrity legislation goes to die, the Senate majority is suddenly concerned because they don't like the election outcome. Very good. Eddie Perez, TX, retweeted by Jennifer Cohn. Pretty good. The lunar samples, China's getting ready to get those back. The Japanese have opened the asteroid sample. The Charlie Hebdo crowd, as all 14 have been found guilty. That just broke. Pete Buttigieg is the transportation secretary nominee that Joe Biden has landed on. There was another funny tweet about that, I thought, too. Why don't I just credit that as well while I'm over here on Twitter? So the reward for destroying the Iowa caucus, Secretary of Transportation. That from Jara, Red Rose Jara, Jara. So the reward for destroying the Iowa caucus, Secretary of Transportation. Add to queue. Why won't this work? I'm so upset about the fact that I can't make this work. Does anybody else have a feeling of irritation about the fact that I can't make this bloody thing work? Yeah, just short one today because I did put up that post. You can check it out. It's called Some Notes on Vantage.